Hey, how y'all been doing? No. Wow, but no, that ain't gonna work. I'm not sure. Well, no. This, no. Scargo. And, ew. Hey, this is Chris Luttrell. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while, but I'm happy to be here and happy to see you guys. Nonetheless, we're back today with another video because I'm celebrating two birthdays. I have two friends, one whose birthday recently passed a few days ago, and another friend whose birthday is coming up in a few more days. I decided that I was gonna do a dessert that was specific to the both of them, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Now, this is gonna be a two-part video. The first one is gonna be for my friend Michelle. Her birthday just passed a few days ago, and she likes the chocolate Heath cake at Publix. Now, rather than buying one, you guys know how I am. If I feel like I can make it, I'm gonna try to make it. I don't typically bake, but this is gonna be a challenge that hopefully turns out well, so we shall see. Now, birthday number two is gonna be my other friend, Simone. Her birthday is coming up in a couple more days. The reason this one is more specific to her is because it's keto friendly, and she has been phenomenal on her keto journey recently. I wanted Simone to have something sweet too, but I also wanted to be mindful of the fact that she is on a keto journey. So we're gonna be doing cheesecake bites for her. So again, I just wanted to acknowledge them both and do something a little bit special. So this is what we got. I hope you guys enjoy.
Okay guys, so this is what you're gonna need. We need cake mix, caramel sauce, some icing, chocolate of course. We're also gonna need some sour cream, some Jello pudding, chocolate, and I got 3 bags of the Heath broken bits. Now, I got one cake mix too many, but oh well, we'll just keep that for later. All right guys, we're just gonna tweak what the back of the box tells us slightly, but we're gonna start off by putting that cake mix into a bowl. I would recommend using a bigger one. Mine is rather small for the amount of ingredients we're adding. First thing I'm changing is that cup of water that the box always calls for. We're using milk. Now, I don't know if you guys are as blessed as I am, but I have a beautiful baby sister who is quite greedy and loves to be in my pots and pans. Today, she wants to be in my bowl, so here she comes, trying to see what I'm doing. Ma'am, please give me room. Thank you. Love you. Moving right along, we're going to go ahead and break our eggs into that mix as well. The box calls for 3 large ones, but I had medium, so I used 4. I'm going to toss those eggshells, y'all. Don't judge me. I'm just moving through this process. Now, surprisingly, I don't have a mixer because I don't bake that often, so I'm using a whisk. Now, if you've got nice strong arms, you might be okay with this, but if you have a mixer, this is where you want to go ahead and incorporate that. This can get very, very tiring. I'm going to go on to add in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil per the box instructions, as well as my personal addition of a cup of sour cream for additional moisture in the cake.
We'll see you at 5. Bye. Wait.
Did you stop it?
He put in a screenshot.
What is it? Oh,
to this moment, all of the conversations I've had with all of my friends and family who knew I wanted to do this for so long.
All right, now the baby sis is thoroughly getting on my nerves. We're gonna move right along and add our sour cream as well as our Jello pudding mix, which I'm gonna use 1/2 pack of that in the cake. Now, I know you guys are like, why are you throwing all this extra stuff in there? Like, what's the big deal? These are all things that I know of that help make a cake extra moist, and since I don't bake often, I'm really afraid that the cake is not gonna be as soft as I would like for it to be, so I'm taking every measure to make sure I have a moist cake. Now, all of that is mixed up, and look at that, y'all. That looks delicious. So now all we have to do is take one extra step, which I wanted to make sure that my cake had a Heath flavor. So I'm gonna add some of those Heath crumbles into the mixture, mix that in, and then we're gonna throw that in the oven. So your oven should already be preheated to 350, and we're gonna go ahead and line our bundt cake pan with some spray, which is gonna be the Pam baking spray, and then go ahead and throw in our mixture and put this in the oven. Depending on what kind of pan you're using, The cook time may be slightly different, but because I'm using a bundt pan specifically, my cook time is between 33 and 36 minutes. So we're gonna throw this in and let it do its thing. All right, now excuse that raspberry, guys. I know I'm actually simultaneously cooking both things. We're just talking about the cake in this video, and Chi decided he didn't want his raspberry, so it's gonna stay there until I'm ready to pick it up. Nonetheless, we are pulling the cake out of the oven to do the "Are you done?" test by poking a large toothpick in it, and it is. So I pulled the entire cake out of the oven, and now I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and poke some holes all over the cake and see if I can get some of this caramel drizzled down into the cake. I know I'm going overkill on this, but I really want it to be good, guys. I really do. So here's our caramel, and we're gonna take that and just go ahead and put it all over that base of the cake. Remember, this is the bottom. We're gonna flip this over when we're done, and allow that to soak in while the cake cools off. All right, y'all, the moment of truth. We're gonna get the cake out of the pan now. I'm putting it on the regular plate right now because I'm gonna dress it and then transfer it to a serving plate. So here we go. This is what the cake looks like fresh out of the bundt cake pan. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're gonna go ahead and start putting our icing all over the cake. I opted for this canned icing because I wanted the designer effect. I wouldn't say that my technique is as strong, so it's not as glamorous as I thought, but it's still much more interesting than just slathering the whole thing with icing. So this is what it looks like. I did run out of icing before I finished putting all the icing all over, but you know what? I've got a trick for that, so no worries. So originally I wanted to do one cake separate for her and cupcakes on the side, but my muffin tin that I typically use has gone missing somewhere in the move, I assume. So what I'm gonna do instead is, I've got my serving plate to the left. I'm just gonna take 1/2 of that cake and put it on the back, and that's gonna be her personal cake. And then we're gonna line the front of the serving plate with slices so that it's some separation there. I wanted this to look really neat and still allow her to have something personal to take home with her. So we're gonna smear a little bit of that icing across the bottom. This is gonna be our slices in progress. And so now I'm gonna go in with another bag of our Heath topping, and I'm just gonna start putting that topping all over the cake. Now I'm gonna go over to my serving plate and do the same thing on her portion of the cake. And it's okay if this is messy. Honestly, guys, this is kind of the look that I'm going for. Since we have these crumbles, I really want to play up the presentation with that feature. So now I'm gonna start lining my slices along the front side of our serving tray until we get enough. The party that I'm going to for this is not going to be a huge party, so we have enough slices there, and so we're just going to put those out front, and then we're going to continue to decorate what we have with our Heath crumbles. And I'm actually going to follow up with this with the caramel sauce too once I'm done. So this is going to look a little messy, but still kind of fancy. I'm kind of actually proud of how this turned out. So there's our caramel sauce, and look at that, y'all. That is beautiful. We're just going to drizzle that all over the top of the front slices as well as that back portion of the cake, and it's going to create kind of like a little bit of a design effect. But yeah, this is what we got. All right, guys, so that's it. This is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tune in for the next video, which is going to be Simone's raspberry blackberry topped cheesecake and cheesecake bites. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.